Okay, thinking at the screen, what can you see here?
Traffic.
Traffic. Any other?
The highway is tracked by too
What
many
is traffic?
vehicles.
Both the pictures. What is happening in the traffic? Not able to walk. Yes. Can you tell me what are the pollutions are taking place in this? Just now, so many pollutions are taking at a time. So, what pollutions are taking place here?
Sound.
Sound pollution, very good. Then
Air pollution. Water pollution. Air pollution.
air
Water pollution.
pollution.
Water pollution.
Okay, thank you. What are the next? Water pollution is not taking place here, my dear. Okay, what are the other two pictures? Can you see?
Trees.
Okay, trees, very good. So if I tell you who is here, if I tell you Karuna, which place would you like to stay? Would you like to stay in first two pictures place? Would you like to build your house here? Or would you like to build your house in another two places?
Left side.
Okay, left side. So left side you would like to stay because what is happening here is too much of sound is there in this place. So after looking at all the pictures, we can say that today we are going to study the chapter sound.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now from your book, lesson number 15, sound. Let us study in detail very few things but useful things. Sound is a form of energy that can be heard and travel in waves. Now, as we say, how can we hear the sound? Sound travels in the wave. That's why when I am speaking from here, my waves or vibration of the sound is taking place. It coming out. It is reaching up to the mic. That's why you are able to hear to me. Then when matter vibrates or moves back and forth very quickly, a sound is made. Now what is matter? Matter is anything that we have in a hand. Or if I say I have a pen in my hand. Now when I dash one matter with another matter, okay, when I do like this, it creates a sound. Now vibration is there in both the things. That's why we are able to hear the sound. Now sound waves can travel through solid, liquid and gases. Is this statement true? Can you hear when you are in the water? Can you hear? If you are swimming under the water, can you hear from one person to another person?
No. No.
No. Then what are the things if two people are swimming inside the water and one is getting drawn and he needs a help, like he needs somebody to save him? How will he speak? As you are saying you cannot hear in the water, then how the person will speak to another person that I need a help?
By doing action from his hand.
Very good, Rekha, by doing action from his hand. Even the lip sync, when we are saying, we cannot, in the liquid we can hear in very little. Okay, if I say the 5% or 10%, we can hear or we can see the lip sync of the person. Okay, but what we can do is action. Can you hear in the solid? Can you hear?
No.
Solid matter? Not at all. Can you hear in the gas? Okay, are you able to hear in the gaseous medium?
Yes.
Yes, Swati. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are going to do the experiment today and see how can we hear in the gases, how can we hear in the liquid, how can we hear in the solid. For example, when school bell rings, part of the bell vibrates creating sound. Now when you are not coming, just now you are at home, those who are listening online, but your friends are coming to the school. After every 30 minutes, what happens? The bell goes. That's why the bell vibrates. Now have you seen those big bells? Big iron bells, whatever?
Yes.
Yes, when you used to go to school, the iron bells when they dash one matter to another matter, it gets dashed against each other. It vibrates so much that it creates a sound that goes 1 mile, 2 mile. Okay. Now next we can see. Did you get my message? I had told you to bring a glass of water.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Have you brought the glass of water?
Yes, miss.
Okay, hopes. Okay, I would like to see you. Please keep your cameras on. I can see. Okay, thank you. Yes, Raj. Okay, so now glass of water is there. With this glass of water, what are we going to do? We are not going to drink water. We will drink water afterwards. But with this glass of water, as I told you to bring the spoon also. You are going to listen, as I told you, can we hear the sound in the gas? Can we hear sound in the liquid? Can we hear sound in the solid? So first I will give you example of the liquid, since I have glass of water in my hand. So when the glass of water is in my hand and when I touch the glass of water with the spoon, can you hear some noise?
Yes, miss.
Can you hear some
Yes,
noise? Okay, you are going to hear properly because there is difference in both the noises. When I am dashing the glass of water, full glass of water with the spoon, it is giving me another voice. And when I am dashing the empty glass of water with voice, it is giving me another two noise. Are you able to identify two different voices?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Yes, okay, there is a difference between two voices. Now, why I told you the glass of water? Because when glass of water is filled, what happens? This is already full occupied, only 30% is empty. So, empty glass has got air only above, down already water is filled. So, in the liquid, we are able to hear in very less minor scale, we are able to hear. Okay, now glass of water is done. Now let me explain to you about the solid. Okay, sound travels through same material medium like solid, liquid and gas and reaches us. As I told you the liquid, let me tell you about the solid now. Okay, if I am in my living room and opposite to me one more person is staying. So if I am shouting from my room, hey you, keep quiet there. Can that person hear in another house? Can that person hear in another
Yes.
house also?
Yes,
From wall to
Later.
wall. From wall to wall, can you hear?
No.
No, we cannot hear from wall to wall. But now the houses are built with two bricks houses. Do you know what is one brick house and two brick house? Okay, now the houses are built with two bricks. Like when the walls are made, they arrange two bricks beside each other. But because of strong support, also because of safety. When two bricks houses, we cannot hear what is happening on the other side. One brick voices, when olden days they had a calf shade that houses, so they should just call out from one hut to another hut. Please bring some chilies and come for me. Bring some garlic and come for me. So they could hear. But solid we cannot hear at all. Okay. What about gas? Now can you say empty glass in front of me?
Yes.
Okay, if you have water, you drink that water in your glass, empty the glass, then we can all together do one experiment. Okay, all of you, all those who are with me, drink the water. Finished?
Yes, miss.
Okay, now empty glasses with you. Do you have empty glass now?
Yes, miss.
Okay, now your empty glass, put on your ear and tell me what noise can you hear. Keep the empty glass on your ear and tell me what happens one by one. What can you hear in the empty glass?
You can hear a sound like
Okay, who is speaking? Okay, Rekha, say. What sound can you hear?
It's like a gas when winds blow not that.
Okay, wind blows, that sound we can hear in the glass. So now wind is blowing in your glass. Is wind blowing in your glass? No, wind is not blowing just now in your glass. Still you can hear the sound of the wind in your this glass. Why? because there is air present everywhere. There is presence of air everywhere. If you are aware, if you are not aware, if you empty the chocolate dabba, what happens? Chocolate dabba has also got the empty air. Okay, when you fill this glass with the water, okay, when you fill this glass with the water, there is bubble coming up. If I put this glass upside down in the water, the bubble comes up.
Yes.
Now, what is the sign of a bubble?
Gas.
Okay, why this bubble comes up? Because there was, okay, say, please speak up.
Because there is
Because half
gas.
bottle
Because
empty.
bubble.
Okay, because bubble comes up because there was empty air in this empty glass. Air was there, and when I put this glass upside down in the water, the air goes in the water and in the form of bubble it comes out. That's why when you want to hear the sound of a air, when you want to be cool, what you must do is you must this example is of empty glass. Now, as I told you that sound travels in a waves. Waves like in the seashore, when you sit on the seashore, what happens? The smooth waves are flowing. Okay, in a way, even in the empty glass, we can hear as the smooth waves are moving upside down. That's why the propagation of a sound and a medium. We saw how the sound travels in a medium and in three types of mediums. Okay, now propagation of the sound. Let us study one experiment. In this experiment, a vacuum-tied bale jar is placed on a smooth horizontal surface. Now you can see in front of you, this is a jar, empty jar, in which what is there? Bale jar is connected with a vacuum pump wire tube. Now in this, what is there is electric bale is there, thread is there, wire is there, and vacuum pump is there. Now what happens? This experiment demonstrates the sound generation of the propagation needs a medium. If a air inside the bale jar is totally removed, will you be able to hear the sound of a ringing bell? Okay, let me explain to you, and then you give me the answer. Now in this empty jar, there is electric bell, there is thread, there is wire, there is cock, and there is jar. Now when bell rings, we can hear the ringing of a bell because there is air in the jar. Okay, as I told you, any empty thing has air into it. Okay, now air is there, so we can hear the bell ringing. But after some time, there is in the down, as I told you, if I take out where arrow is there with this vacuum pump, if I take out all the air from the jar. Okay, once I take out the air from the jar, will the air remain inside now? No. Okay, very good. So as I took out all the air from this jar, so it has become now empty. There is no air at all. Now you will say, ma'am, just now you said there is air everywhere. But as I told you, I have taken out the even air from the vacuum pump. Now, if the bell rings inside this, will you be able to hear the sound of a bell?
No.
Yes? No. I want one person at a time. I'm not able to hear you. Will you be able to hear sound again? Okay, this one, Swati, please tell. Swati, will you
No,
be able
miss.
to hear the
We
sound?
cannot hear the sound.
Why?
Ma'am, because air is not there in the. Now you have told that how sound produced because of waves. So air is not there. There is an empty jar. So how the sound will produce be? Because
You are right.
the waves are becoming
Okay,
air.
Okay, very good, Swati. Your answer is right. Because it will become air free, and we need a medium. As I told you, we need a medium for sound to reach my sound to the you. If I have, okay, another example I'll give you. Now next, frequency of a sound waves. Now what is frequency? Now as I told you, the sound travels in a waves. Can you see this one wave here? The wave goes up and down and up and down. Okay, when the wave goes up, Again, if you want to hear, you will experience the empty glass. You will put on your ear, then you can hear the sound of the waves. Now, when the wave goes up, okay, in the mountain type, it is called as compression. Okay, it is called as compression. And when it comes to the depth of the sea type, it is called as rarefaction. Okay, one wave is consist of going up and down. As you see on the seashore, the tide comes and goes back. So it is compression and rarefaction. And when the compression and rarefaction together comes together, this one is called as one wavelength. Okay, is this much clear?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So one compression and one rarefaction together forms one cycle of wave. As I told you, one compression here and one rarefaction creates one wavelength. Number of such cycles that are produced in an air per second is called as frequency of the sound wave. Now number of the sounds. Now this is one wave, this is two waves. The number of the sounds the wave gives us, this is called as the frequency of the sound. Now, as we say, everything has a calculation. If I am drinking a milk, I will calculate as I will calculate, I drank a half liter of milk in a day. I walk 2 kilometers of distance from my school to house. So we calculate in a measure. In a such way, the frequency is calculated in hertz. If one cycle is completed in 1 second, the frequency is said to be 1 hertz. Okay, in 1 second, if one frequency is completed, then I will say it is called as 1 hertz of sound. As I told you, 1 liter of milk I drank in a day. It means that the fog vibrates 512 times per second. Now there is an experiment of a fog that when you dash, also the spoon also you can take. When I dash a spoon against glass, it creates some sound. Now only one sound you can hear, but this is creating almost more than 500 in a second, 500 wavelengths. Okay, that's what they calculate in experiments. Now let us stop studying the smallest topic like sound and music. Now, can you hear music without sound?
No.
Can you hear music without sound?
No. No.
So the sound or a music or words, they are created of which vowels? Like which are the sur? Just now I already displayed on this. So already.
Gama Padani.
Okay, Sare Gama Padhani. Actually, there are 7 sounds. Only there are 7 sounds which have been created. Is the frequency of the ma is lesser than the? If I am going to calculate, if you see here in the range, okay, sa is down, re is little up, g is still up. So is the frequency of ma is little less than a dha?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, which are the instruments you know? You take your name and tell me which are the instruments you know to play or you like.
Guitar.
Okay,
Piano.
Piano.
Okay, Rekha, what you like?
Xylophone.
Piano. Swati.
Guitar.
Okay, Karuna, what do you like?
I think I have already fought.
Okay, then Geeta. Okay, so there are only 7 sounds, but 7 sounds has got different. If I am singing sa re ga ma pa dha ni, okay, what happens? There is more pressure on my voice. From sa is very low because its frequency is very low, only 256. But when I go to re, it becomes 280. So sa re is little higher. When I go to ga ma is little higher. Sa re ga ma. Okay, when I sing ma, little pressure increases. So as the sound goes up, the pressure of the notes increases, the frequency of the notes increases, That's why the sound waves of the different frequencies produce different sound notes. If I'm singing in low sound like it has very low frequency. According to that, if I told just now I told you 250, but if I am singing still low, it will become 200 only. Sa, okay, very low. But if you sing dha ni pa, it becomes 570, 580. Those singers, because they have trained their voice in such a way. In the field of music, various music instruments are used for creation of the sound notes. This includes instruments such like sitar, violin, guitar, which use strings for production of sound, and instruments like flute, shehnai, which use air blown into pipe with the production of sound. Now, if you see this guitar, if you see this violin, if you see the Casio, in the guitar, if you open guitar, is there anything inside, or it is empty vacuum? If you have
It's
any
empty.
idea,
No.
it is empty.
Empty.
You are right. Very good, Rekha. It is empty. Now, in this empty, as I told you, anything empty has got a air into it. So, when I am striking the string with my hand, what happens? The strings are getting some kind of noise, some kind of pressure into it. Now, strings without air, they will not make noise. So, that is connected inside that. Now, inside what is there? Air is there. So, that's why air gives us sound of sa. When I am striking the string, first string with my hand with sa, it gives some noise. In the same way, in a sitar also there is empty vacuum inside. Slash being struck with the hands, it creates a different music, or will they give me only one music?
It's different music.
Different music.
I am asking you music. I am not asking you sounds. Will they give me different music? If I am playing on the sitar, sa. If I am playing on the guitar, also sa. And if I am playing on the Casio, also sa. Will they not give me only one music, only one note?
No, miss.
No, miss.
It will give me different, but the frequency will be same. Okay, if I want to play Casio, if I begin with sa, even on the guitar, if I strike the string of guitar and play sa, it will give me same frequency, but sound will be different. Guitar will give its own voice, Casio will give me its own voice. Okay, so let me summarize what we have studied today. Okay, but just let me ask you, do you have any doubt?
No, miss.
But what we studied up to now? Anything you would like to ask me, you can ask me here. Oh, the sound and medium, we saw with the experiment of the glass how the sound travels in solid, liquid and gaseous. Then we saw the frequency of the sound and our sound waves. As I told you, the frequency of sound is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. Okay, and as also I told you the ranges of the sound. Even if I am singing, if any song I am singing, anything I am writing, I only use the 7 notes. Okay, people are thinking there are 8 notes, but there are only 7 because sa again begins. Okay, we finish with ni and sa begins. So there are only 7 notes. Any writing, any song I am writing, I am using only these 7 notes for composition. Okay. So let me tell you, I have few students here. I just want you so write down the names of the instrument that you hear. Write any 5 instruments names. It will be Indian, it will be anything. I want you to write the names of the instruments that you hear. Okay, should I begin?
Yes.
Okay, listen carefully. Tell me if it is Indian, if it is Western, if it is violin, any instruments. Let me see your capacity of recognizing. Did you hear?
Guitar and
Okay, guitar one. Then,
Guitar and one.
okay, come back. I did not hear you, dear.
sitar.
Sitar.
Guitar one. Then, guitar very good.
Veena.
Then, okay. There was even Veena sound. Very good. So you have a good listening here. Now, since you have good listening here, do you know what is deaf and dumb? Deaf, not able to hear, dumb, not able to speak. So you should be thankful to God because we have been blessed with our ears to hear. Okay, just imagine if you cannot hear, we will be not able to watch any movies, we won't be able to hear to our parents, to our teachers, a wonderful sound music which has there in the movies. Okay, so we should be thankful to God for gifting us. Okay, okay, now what's one? Okay, a small assignment for all of you. Okay, you are going to, since in the first picture I had asked you which place you are going to stay. Will you stay in the crowded area or you would like to stay in the peaceful area? You all said we would like to stay in the peaceful area. But are you going to shift? We are staying in the crowded area. We are in the Bombay. Okay, wherever everywhere traffic is there, air pollution, sound pollution, all pollutions are there. So I want you to write the ways to reduce the sound pollution. Begin with your house. Okay, how you are going to, what ways you are going to use to reduce the sound. So at least you are going to write 5 lines you are going to write to reduce the sound pollution, because we cannot shift from Bombay and go somewhere else to stay in a jungle, in peaceful area. We have to stay here because of our business, because of our study. But we can have a ways to reduce the sound pollution. Can you do this?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes, because you begin with your house. Okay, whatever is there, we begin in the house. How to reduce sound pollution? Okay, do you want to ask anything?
No, miss.
No, miss.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here. This lesson is over for the day. You all can leave the meet, have lunch, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, miss. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye, miss. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day to you.